This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. I'm at Grand Central Terminal. This is the century-old famous clock. In the foreground, in the background is probably a half-decade-old lighted apple, also becoming famous, will with time, it sustains. Subject of this is Ubereats. Uber drivers sometimes have downtime. I think I have more than most because I'm on a walking account. If I were on a car or a bike, I think I would have more deliveries. I'm online right now. It'd be kind of cool if I was interrupted during this video. Most people would call this a food court, but if listeners, you can read it. I'm going to get closer. It says dining concourse. In the dining concourse, you can drink beer because it's in the proximity of a restaurant. And the restaurants aren't really restaurants, they're fast food associated with the dining concourse. So I made the mistake of buying a double Corona there. That's a 24-ounce Corona, and I paid $10 for it. So that $10 Corona is the subject of this video. I consider that a mistake. Now over here, where it says track 29, is one place during rush hour where bartenders push their beer carts out there and serve beer to travelers. So I have read about this, and it is many people have thought at Penn Station and here at Grand Central Station that it is confusing. How can it be that open containers are liberally distributed on the platform? Well, the rule seems to be associated with trains. So on the official website is, that's the MTA website, rules governing alcohol. Generally, open container is prohibited, except in this instance and in Penn Station, if you're on the platform or on a train. On the platform or on a train. Penn Station, you can buy beer for, I'm using the double Corona as a price standard, for $4 and you can do that anytime and drink on the platform or at a train. Here at Penn State, here at Grand Central, the opportunities to purchase beer at that price are less common, and like back to the beginning of the video, I came upon one where I did a double Corona for $10. Now in this direction it says Subway Shuttle Passage, Subway 42nd. So I'm going to turn slowly. So there's the apple. That would be east. And then here's directly west up the stairs. And then in this passageway on the left-hand side of the stairs is the CVS. So at the CVS, you can buy a double Corona for $4. So then where do you drink it? Well, obviously you can walk out onto the platform and drink standing on the platform, or you can go down into the dining concourse and drink down there. So obviously wouldn't do that. It would be impolite to do it in a restaurant. You can't walk in with outside beer, but in a dining concourse, in a food court, you know, who's to know? You buy a double Corona in CVS for $4 instead of $10, and you can drink it in the dining concourse. Now I'm doing this topic because I researched it, what I consider thoroughly, because I had time on my hands. I was not getting deliveries. And what I learned is that the city has effectively decriminalized open containers. So the city administration under the leadership of Bill de Blasio said, our courts are crammed with people open container and urinating in public. So they officially decided, let's quit arresting people for peeing and drinking in public. So fluids in, fluids out in public is no longer an arrestable offense. this is where I get foggy on the rules, because the law doesn't change. It is still illegal. It's just officially not enforced. So the pop press at the time, and I found the news of the city administrative action accompanied by pop press that said, hey, it's coming into, this happened, by the way, March of 2017. Hey, it's coming into summertime, perfect, we can drink in Central Park. So everything says you're not going to get arrested for an open container in Central Park. While you're there, you can even pee in Central Park. So just like the dogs pee, humans can pee, and you're not going to get arrested for it. Time to celebrate. Not so fast. The Central Park website still says alcoholic beverages prohibited. It doesn't also say urinating in public is prohibited, but I think that's assumed. So I came across this city administrative action, the change in the police force, and I believe it's real. But for visitors to New York, you know, you don't want to get arrested for open containers. So I'm certainly not going to say that it's legal, because it's not. And I am certainly going to be more liberal with it, but I'm local, and if I get a ticket, I'm going to come over and stand in front of a judge. A visitor doesn't have the same opportunity. And as far as peeing in public, I will not comment. So this is the lesson of Grand Central. Some of what I said applies to Penn Station, the platform, and the train drinking. And then finally, this odd association with open containers in public, associated with the administrative change, law enforcement change led by the administration of Bill de Blasio. So that's it. If you want to drink beer at Grand Central and you'd rather pay 4 instead of 3, or 4 instead of 10, I mean, it's a simple thing. I sound really cheap that I'm doing this video on the subject, but it's very simple. Let's go to Grand Central and have a beer, especially when you're alone. You want to sit down and have a beer, which I'm going to do very soon. And so do you want to pay 10 for it or 4 for it? Well, you know, this is a no-brainer. No matter how much money people have, they're going to prefer to pay 4, not 10. So buy it at CVS, drink it in the dining concourse. No one will know where you bought it from. No one needs to know where you buy it from. It is still within the laws, the rules of, and I can confirm that that is legitimate. That's on the website of drinking in the dining concourse is acceptable. It's assumed that you bought it there, but you did buy it in the station. You carry it there closed, drink it in the concourse. I've been online this whole time. I've been online now for about an hour, about 50 minutes, and I have not gotten a delivery assignment. So this is Sunday, allegedly the busiest day of the week, and I'm in Grand Central. Look at all these people. So I'm going to go, I don't know how much time I'm going to get to do Ubereats this week, but eventually, if I keep logging hours and not get delivery assignments, I'm going to go visit the Green Light Ubereats in Queens. This has been Tom Duty, middle-aged American, living in New Jersey, near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling and the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao.